broken heart. Oh no, don't break my heart, please. I can't take it. I just can't take it. A memory. But first, the diary. Before the memory. I think the last thing I read was November 4th. Yep. November 5th. Today I couldn't see Tay all day. This morning I only saw the set breakfast table, and I didn't get a chance to see him at the academy. Plus, even when I get back home, he always has work, so he doesn't come home until late in the evening. Yano came to wake me up in the morning and brought me tea at night. He's not avoiding me, is he? November 6th. I briefly bumped into Tay this morning. He just said hi and passed me by. I thought of sending him a text, but I didn't have the courage, so I just quit. At the academy, Soy kept asking me for advice on how to get with Tay. My heart's aching. Oh boy. Yep, looks like Cutie's well on her way to a broken heart right now. Again. Well, let's go back to happier times. My god, this is practically new! After I opened the box delivered to my room, I couldn't help but gasp. I wasn't expecting much since it's used and damaged. I never expected it to be this clean. Even the box was flawless. It's packed so well. Oh, so excited! I should hurry and open it. I opened the box and took off the lid. Wow. I saw plump lips and gentle eyes. Tay, who I only saw on screen, was right in front of my eyes. And except for the damaged knee, the doll was in such good condition it almost seemed new. Tay, I'm your new owner from today. Nice to meet you. I held him up and said hi cheerfully. I felt like his handsome face was staring at me. When I felt like we caught eyes, my heart started to pound and I shook with happiness. Getting to have you. I'm so lucky. Aww. That was sweet. You only have the one knee damaged. Oh. Hey, you're the only one that's breaking my heart so far.
My honey, are you alright these days?
Huh? I was about to head out with Yana when Yuri asked me.
Are you okay with Tay these days?
Why are you asking that? Yana looked clueless too and stared at Yuri. He scratched his head to see our reactions.
No, just, it bothered me that Tay went out first today. I heard you guys don't really talk at the academy.
Didn't Tay go out early because he had some work to do? Yano still looked confused. Oh, Yuri, are you and Tay bonding in this route? You're gonna help him out? Help a brother out? Oh, dear. When I woke up this morning, I only saw the breakfast Tay prepared for me and not him. I asked the boys, and they told me he went out early to do some work. We don't go to school together now, but I hope to talk with him at least in the house. I immediately felt disappointed to hear that he went out first. Doesn't Tay feel upset about not spending a lot of time with me? I felt more downcast when Yuri asked me about what's been constantly troubling me. Yuri noticed my face and hurriedly added,
Well, I think I was having useless thoughts. It's nothing. Forget about it. Then go on. I'll see you at the academy, darling.
Yeah. Yuri pushed me out of the front door. I would love if Yuri, went to Tay and was like, You idiot! What are you doing? Slap in the face. Losing the most wonderful person in the world. Oh, he's still talking.
Yeah, I do hope it is nothing, but...
Yeah? Oh. Interesting.
You're going out really early today. You woke me up.
When did you get up?
When you woke up and rustled in the room.
Sorry for waking you up.
What are you up to, heading out this early?
If I were up to something, I'd never tell you. Anyways, I prepared breakfast, so tell her to eat when she wakes up. If she doesn't wake up, ask Yana to go get her.
If you're that worried, why don't you do it yourself instead of making everyone else do it? I really can't understand you. You hate it so much when I try to approach my darling, but you never actually make a move.
It's none of your business.
Well, actually, I think it's everyone's business. She's not just your owner. She's our master, too. I'm warning you. Whichever it is, you have to choose. You don't want to stop being the prince who's nice to everybody, but you don't want anyone else to touch her, and you don't want her to be in danger. Aren't you being too selfish here? When I'm being generous and giving in like I am now, make your move.
Well, Tay did give you a kick in the butt when I was doing you, so maybe it's your turn to give him a kick in the butt.
I'm never going to understand that twisted mind of his. Being that dark and gloomy was never my area in the first place. Sunshine. Yeah, right. No one's as gloomy as he is. If he's sunshine, then I'm the sun itself.
Yes, you are, sweet Yuri. I still miss you, Yuri. But maybe we'll find out why Tay is so gloomy one of these days. I hope Tay looks towards us. Tay, I brought cookies. Please take them. Move, this is my seat. The hallway in front of Tay's classroom was packed with girls, and that's all because of Tay. I think it'd be hard to see Tay like this. I'm prepared for everything. I glanced around her determined face in the packed hallway. Why am I suffering like this? Of course, it wasn't my choice to come here. Soy robbed me of my precious recess and pushed me here. The reason is obvious. Soy begged for me to help her somehow get in contact with Tay. She said she'd be more aggressive from now on. Did she mean she'll be using me? Anyways, I feel like all my hair will fall out from trying to be the bridge between them. There are too many people right now. Let's come back later. We can't just go back now. It'll be the same whenever we come. Now don't just stand there. Let's go! March forward! So I grabbed my hand and ran towards the crowd.
I'm going to die like this.
I was right in thinking this was going to be tough. Everyone else was also trying to push through the crowd. So I underestimated these girls too much. I ended up getting stuck in the crowd and pushed around here and there. When I was about to barely find my balance, someone pushed me hard. Okay, this cannot be a coincidence. Thanks to that, I ended up tripping. I instinctively stretched out my arms so I didn't end up hurting my face. But my knees hit the ground. My knees were scratched and I saw drops of blood oozing out. It hurts. The girls around me glimpsed down to look at me. My face heated up even more. Getting stares is more embarrassing than actually falling down. I hurried and stood up to escape the embarrassing situation. Then the door opened and everyone turned quiet. Hi again, it's me. Getting injured. I never got this hurt with the other boys, good grief. It was Tay who opened the door and came out. Is this deja vu? Something like this has happened before, but Tay just stared at me and walked to the other side. Oh. It was different from before. I'm not that hurt, but it is bleeding, so it's visible. I thought that and slightly raised my head to watch Tay walk away. But I couldn't even see that because of all the girls who followed him. I know a lot of people are watching. I know very well that Tay avoided me on purpose because of that. I knew it, but I still felt upset. My heart ached more than my knees. Hey, you okay? After the wave of girls flooded out, I saw Soy. Her hair was disheveled from being caught in the mess. Yeah, oh well. You're bleeding! What happened? I just tripped. Someone pushed you again. You should go to the infirmary. No, never mind. You shouldn't go there. So I frowned to think of Mr. Eugen in the infirmary. He must still be a nightmare to her. The way she looked was so cute, I smirked. I haven't felt this good towards Soy in a long time. I'm glad. It's fine. It doesn't hurt that much right now. Okay, if you say so. Soy can be pretty annoying and irritating sometimes, but she's always the first one to come running and worry if something happens. Her honesty and confidence is why I like her so much. That's probably why boys like her too. I suddenly thought of Tay. What would Tay think of her? If he knows this side of her. Oh, well, the class bell rang. Time for class. Does anybody have a band-aid so I can just put that over my knee? Soy helped me back to the classroom. Ah, music, my favorite class. My knee kept stinging. Maybe a boy in here will care about me. The scratch didn't seem so serious, but it kept on bleeding. I thought I might end up with a scar since it kept oozing. But I can't miss class just because of a scratched knee. Even if it's Yuri's class, especially.
I've invited a special instructor for today.
I was trying to take care of my wound, but Yuri's words caught my ears. A special instructor?
The instructor will play something beautiful for you all. I wish I could get all of you to go to a concert, but I thought it'd be too troublesome. So I've decided to set up one for class today. You won't hear this often, so everyone listen carefully. Mr. Yuri, I like listening to recitals, but when are we ever going to learn the theory? Be quiet. Actual experience is much more important than theory. But we're going to have to take the exam soon. You are all foolish animals caught up in petty worldly values. If this chosen one says that experience is more important, then that's the way it is. Isn't it, miss?
Yes, Mr. Yuri. The girl's eyes turned into hearts when Yuri winked. Ooh. I think he's just being lazy and replacing the class with a recital. I couldn't help but sigh at knowing Yuri's true intentions.
Then come in, you safe
cafe.
Then come in, you cafe cat.
Cafe cat? What is with all the cat references? It's not. He told you he was coming. Sure enough, the door opened and Zion came in. Come to think of it, Zion said Yuri asked him. Yeah? It felt strange to see Zion at the academy. It is really weird to see you here. He pulled a cart into the classroom and there was a big harp on it. Wow. Zion wiped the sweat off his forehead, I bet. The elegant harp looked great with the antique decorations and banjul, but it shined in the music room too. I couldn't help but gasp at the perfect harmony. But all the other girls seemed to focus on something else. Cafe Cat's so cute. Isn't he that waiter at Banjul? It's Zion. I'm his fan. How did he come to the academy? Anyways, today is so my day. I'm always surrounded by handsome boys, so I've become pretty insensitive. But Zion was indeed very good looking. It's natural for the girls to fall for him. Zion and Tay. Mr. Hoppin has a great eye for spotting hot boys. That's how Yuri got his job. After he quit here, Zion set the harp in the center of the room and introduced himself.
Hello, I'm Zion and I'll be playing the harp for you all today. Thank you for inviting me.
All the girls gasped to see his blushed face.
Never mind the introduction. First, what will you be playing today?
Yuri treated Zion like a laborer rather than an instructor. Is he mad he's no longer the most popular one? Aww.
Oh yes, you told me to choose any song I want, so I thought a lot about it. And I've chosen a song that will be most comfortable for you guys to hear.
Any song? Yuri's definitely looking for a free ride. I heard the boys thinking the same and mumbling. But the girls were busy admiring Yuri and Zion's looks and didn't complain at all. Hey! Soy poked me from the side. What? Seeing Zion in the academy, don't you feel something a bit dangerous? What? Well, you know, don't you want to dress him up in a uniform or something like that? Or tease him and make him treat you like a senior? Zion is older than us. That has nothing to do with this. Look at that face. How can he be older than us? But he's not just a little boy, though. He reminds me of... yeah, a small street cat you just want to tease and play around with.
It was then, what, that Zion turned into an actual cat?
An announcement cut Soy's dangerous fantasies and rang out from the speakers. Everyone turned quiet to hear the announcement.
This is an announcement. Cutie from freshman class N, please come to the infirmary this instant. I repeat, Cutie from freshman class N, please come to the infirmary this instant.
Tay, you still care. You still went to the infirmary, you patoot. Everyone's eyes turned towards me. The infirmary? What's so urgent he had to call on me during class? Well, I don't think it's going to be anything that's really urgent. I couldn't help but tremble to think of Mr. Eugen's sinister face. I send my condolences. He just called for me, right? Did you do something wrong? Think carefully. No. Well, then I guess it's good. Get your knee treated while you're there. Oh, you're right. All right. So I looked at me with worry. I don't know if she was worried because of Mr. Eugen or because of my knee. I stood up. Mr. Yuri, I'll go to the infirmary.
All right.
Yuri nodded and silently asked me if anything was up. But I was just as clueless, so I just shrugged my shoulders a bit. It was Tay. It was freaking Tay. I think I bruised my knee as well as scratching it. My goodness, that was quite a push. Every time I take a step, my shadow looks like it's limping. I really hope I can get this treated at the infirmary. I arrived in front of the infirmary in no time. Knocked on the door. Mr. Eugen, you asked for me? I knocked, but I didn't get a response. Huh? Is he not there? I grabbed the doorknob. It's open? I carefully entered the infirmary. Is that odd during school? I wouldn't walk into a scene, if you know what I mean. Mr. Eugen, are you here? Ah! The door suddenly closed. Is someone here? Who? Ah! I turned around and saw someone standing in front of the door. It was...
It's me.
Tay, what are you...
Sorry, did I scare you?
Of course. Oh, you scared me.
Sorry.
But what are you doing here? Are you sick or something? When I calmed down my nerves, I felt worried and asked.
No.
Then what are you... Did Mr. Eugen call on you too?
No.
Then... He definitely had class right now. It was strange that he was here. Put two and two together, you Dumbo. Gosh. I came because Mr. Eugen called, but... Tay wasn't called on, and he wasn't sick. I felt so confused. Tay saw me like that and smiled.
To see you.
What?
Don't just stand there and sit down.
Tay grabbed my wrist and sat me down on a stool.
Excuse me.
Tay peered at my knee and pressed my scratch a bit. Ow. Oh. Yep. Ow. The scratch stopped bleeding, but because of the bruise, it hurt with the slightest touch. Aw, that face.
You just wiped off the blood. I knew it.
Aw, thanks, Tay. Tay took out some band-aids and disinfectant.
It's going to sting a bit.
I figured. What? Ow! I felt cold liquid and a stinging sensation creep up my knee. It stings. I frowned a bit.
Hold still. You might get a scar if you don't take care of it right now.
Ow. Hey, I just realized we both have an injured knee now. Oh, oh snap. After spraying the disinfectant, Tay put some ointment and a band-aid on the wound.
This is all I can do for now. Sorry.
Tay suddenly apologized after taking care of my scratch. Why are you apologizing?
I hope it doesn't end up scarring.
Tay didn't answer my question, and he calmly put back the medicine on the shelf. He must have been bothered from when I got hurt, and where you got hurt. I felt embarrassed at feeling upset without realizing that. I tried to change the subject. But when is Mr. Eugen coming? I heard an announcement.
He's not coming. I was the one who called you. I asked the broadcasting staff.
What? Why would you...
I found out Mr. Eugen's schedule. He won't be coming back until 4 today.
Tay is always on top of everything. Anyways, I'm so glad it was Tay who called for me and not that sinister Mr. Eugen. Me too. And I feel a bit excited since I haven't been alone with Tay in a while. Every second felt precious. I feel like Tay's been avoiding me too much recently. I understand why he does that at the academy, but why do I feel like he's avoiding me at home too? I hope I'm just misunderstanding him. I look at Tay. He was making the same face he always makes. He looked kind and had a small smile. I can't find a single trace of worry in that face. Am I the only one who's being upset? Is Tay okay with all this? Have you been avoiding me recently? I couldn't help but ask him directly. I can barely say hi, let alone ask unless we're alone like this.
It's just that some of the girls seem to get jealous to see you with me alone. I explained to you before, didn't I? Things just felt more tense lately. You should be careful too.
Okay. I already knew and understood that, but still, you don't have to avoid me at home. He left early this morning, and I felt like he's been avoiding talking to me at home. Tay didn't say anything. He just stared at the scratch on my knee. Oh no. My heart just stopped. Oh god. Please don't start inflicting pain on me. Please. I don't like the lighting of this picture. And he tapped the edge of the band-aid.
Will it scar? This?
I don't know. Tay's changing the subject again. I was a bit tired and just went along. Tay was still staring at my knee. Come to think of it, Tay had a scar on his knee too. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Tay, don't do this! For some reason, his eyes seemed dangerous. Don't do this. When I started to think it's strange, Tay mumbled in a low voice.
The people who hurt you, I can't forgive them.
What?
You can't get hurt. You're not like me. You're clean.
Tay slipped his fingers from the edge of the band-aid and pricked at the center of the scratch. Don't do this. Ow! Tay? He didn't put away his hand. Ow, it hurts. Stop. I had to remove his hand myself.
Whenever I see you like this, I can't stand it. Especially when you're hurt like this. I wanted to do this to you too.
Tay? I don't know what he's talking about. Is he saying he wants to hurt me? Tay clenched his fists. I could sense his fist shaking.
It drives me mad. The people who hurt you. Even I couldn't do it.
Tay lowered his eyes. I didn't know what he was thinking about. It scared me. Your eyes are glowing again, dude. Tay, you're scaring me. What's wrong? Tay didn't say anything and just let out a sigh. And he backed away from me.
Get out of here while I'm still sane. Get out, please.
Tay said while trying to hide his shaking eyes. But no matter how much he turned, he couldn't hide his trembling voice. Are you okay? Get the heck out of here, cutie, before he does something worse.
No.
Tay backed away more. The fear I felt from his attitude turned into worry. Tay, look at me. What's wrong? Are you mad? Tay ended up taking both my hands and standing me up. Tay, we need to talk.
Go home early and rest today.
Tay left without hearing what I had to say. Tay left, and I just stood there in the infirmary staring at nothing. I'm confused. Everything Tay did and said, I couldn't understand any of it. Well, if you had your memories from some bad endings, maybe you would. I want to talk with him more. I feel like we began hiding things from each other from one point. And because of that, a wall of secrets stood between us. What's troubling him? Why he's avoiding me? I didn't have answers to any of these questions.
What have I done? Trying to hurt her. God. There's nothing I can do but to distract myself. I should stop myself from being with her, when I can at least control myself. Sorry, cutie.
What does that mean? What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna hurt now? It was only me in the empty classroom. I had cleaning duties today. The clean band-aid was still where Tay had put it. Well, at least he put it back on after he poked at it, I guess. School was over, but I still couldn't forget what Tay said. He said he wanted to hurt me. Does that mean Tay hates me? I think it just means he's very disturbed. Huh? Oh, just what I need now, my mom to call. I was drowning in my gloomy thoughts when my phone rang. Oh, Soy. Thank goodness. It was Soy. Hello?
Major news!
What? What's she talking about? Don't tell me now that he's decided to date Soy. Don't you dare hurt my best friend, you jerk. Soy yelled out loud, unable to control her excitement.
I'm so sorry, girl. I'm now officially in a relationship. I'm leaving you behind. Please forgive me for heading down the adult path first.
Relationship?
I'm seeing Tay now.
What? My heart started to beat fast. Seeing him? That doesn't mean. Out of the hundreds of girls in this school who I don't like, you pick my best friend? You're going out with Tay?
Yes, I'm so happy right now. Aw, thanks for helping me.
Seriously? Tay? Tay is really going out with Soy?
Of course I'm serious. I gave him the gift I prepared all night and asked him out.
What did he say?
He just said, all right, let's go out.
Oh.
I have to go now. I'll tell you the rest tomorrow. Thanks for everything. I owe you big time.
After I feebly answered, Soy giggled one more time and hung up. Was she just happened to be the first girl that asked after our episode, whatever you want to call it? My mind went blank. Tay is seeing Soy? I looked down at the band-aid. I feel like my heart's been pierced. I feel like crying. The pain in my heart was unbearable. What is this feeling? My knee didn't heal yet, so I have to limp. Every time I take a step, it hurts. But separate from the pain, I have no energy to walk back home. Yuri, can you give me a ride home? I don't think I'll be able to face Tay even if I get home. I just feel like it. Maybe he's already busy going on dates with Soy. My head hurts from all those thoughts. I feel pitiful. My body and mind are all worn out. You've had a hell of a day, girl. The ground will sink. What? I knew you'd be here. I can always count on you, Yuri. Before I knew it, Yuri was by my side and talking to me. I stopped walking and saw Yuri's limo parked behind me.
How did it feel to ditch music class today, darling? It must have been boring.
Yuri frowned a bit to see me. Is he worrying about me after seeing me sigh? He wasn't being annoying today for some reason. I glanced around and saw that the playground was completely empty. All I saw was Yuri's shining limo. He must have finished work late today as well.
My honey, shopping is the thing to do when you're feeling down. How about it? Want to go to the department store with me? I'll be a fantastic escort.
I don't feel like it. I felt bad for Yuri who cared, but I just want to go home and rest right now. Aw, offering to take me shopping. If I see excited people in the flashy place, I'll think of Soy again.
What's wrong?
My head hurt again thinking of Soy and Tay. Did it? Or were you remembering another time when you guys went on a shopping date together?
No! Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? What is this?
This scene.
Don't you remember playing Cinderella? The princess must not take off her glass slippers, since she comes back to reality. But this is already a lost memory.
Oh, your first doll! Yuri! Yuri! Ah, my heart! Oh, okay, I gotta get through this. I can have a good cry later. I gotta get through this.
Are you okay?
I opened my eyes and saw Yuri's face right in front of my nose. What happened to me?
You just fainted. This is bad. We should go home.
Yuri helped me into the car. What was that? It came to my mind when I thought of the department store. Was it a dream? But the memory was too real for it to be a dream. The princess must take off her glass slippers? I felt my head throb and unconsciously mumbled words I couldn't understand. Tay, I honestly couldn't care less right now. I am having a very serious moment of sadness. Gosh, I can't believe it. Okay. Okay, Tay. Let's get through this.
You girls are in that group, right?
Ah, Tay! But what are you?
I heard that I had a fan club or something.
Oh, yeah, that's true, but...
Was it you who made that girl from Class N trip?
Oh, gosh. You're not gonna kill anybody, are you? Ugh. No, it wasn't me. It was her. What? What? Hey, what are you saying in front of Tay?
Yeah, alright, so it's one of you two. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed at you guys for moving in groups and harassing people. I was hoping I'd be wrong. I didn't think anyone around me would be that nasty. I hate those kinds of people.
Ew.
Don't look so hurt. Nothing will change just because you make that face. Go back and tell everyone in that fan club that I'm disappointed in all of you, that I don't want to see any of you anymore. Cheap tricks like moving in groups to harass or talk bad about someone disgust me.
Tay.
If anything like this happens again, I will make sure to get even with every single one of you. I'm not joking, so don't romanticize this. Alright?
Oh, man. Oh, guys. I haven't been this upset since the good ending of Yuri. I'm gonna go have a good cry now. I'll see you guys in the next chapter.